Hello, everyone, and welcome back to today's podcast. I'm David, and we have a very special episode today. We're diving into the world of pageantry, but from a fresh perspective, one that's focused on advocacy and social change. Today, we're going to be talking about Ketut Permata Juliastrid, Indonesia's representative at Miss Cosmo International 2024, and how she's using her platform to champion sustainable tourism and gender equality. Joining me to discuss her journey is Calvin, a passionate pageant lover and expert in the world of beauty competitions. Welcome, Calvin.
Thank you, David. I'm thrilled to be here and excited to talk about Ketut Permata Juliastrid and the incredible work she's doing through Miss Cosmo International. It's so refreshing to see contestants using their platforms to push for real, impactful change.
Absolutely. Now, Miss Cosmo International is known for its slogan, Impactful Beauty, which I think perfectly aligns with Ketut Permata's mission. Calvin, what's your take on how Ketut Permata is approaching this year's competition? What stands out to you about her journey?
You're spot on. Impactful beauty isn't just a catchy phrase. It's about using beauty as a way to make a real difference in the world. Ketut Permata really embodies that message. What's incredible about her is that she's not just focused on the glitz and glamour of the pageant world. Instead, she's using her platform to highlight two major issues: sustainable tourism and gender equality. For her, sustainable tourism is not just a trend, it's a responsibility. Indonesia is such a culturally rich and environmentally diverse country, and tourism plays a huge role in the economy. But Ketut Permata knows that tourism can also have negative effects if it's not handled responsibly. She's advocating for a more conscious form of tourism that respects local traditions and protects the environment. I think that's such an important message to bring to the global stage, especially at a time when environmental concerns are so pressing.
I completely agree. It seems like Ketut Permata is really trying to educate people about how they can enjoy a destination like Indonesia, but in a way that respects the culture and minimizes harm. How do you think her message about sustainable tourism is being received on the international stage?
Honestly, I think it's resonating deeply with both the judges and the audience. We live in a time where people are more conscious about their travel choices, and Ketut Permata is tapping into that growing awareness. She's encouraging people to think about how they travel, how they engage with the place they visit, and what kind of impact they're leaving behind. Through Miss Cosmo International, Ketut Permata is sharing the importance of preserving Indonesia's cultural heritage and natural beauty. She's reminding us all that travel shouldn't just be about taking from a place, but giving back in some way, whether that's by supporting local economies or protecting the environment. It's a powerful message that fits perfectly with the values of the pageant.
That's such an important message, and I love how she's bridging that with her other cause, which is gender equality. Calvin, how do you think these two causes, sustainable tourism and gender equality, work together in Ketut Permata's overall platform?
That's a great question, and I think it shows how well-rounded Ketut Permata's advocacy is. Gender equality is a cause that's deeply personal for her, and it complements her work on sustainable tourism in many ways. For example, when local communities benefit from responsible tourism, women often play a central role in that economic growth. Empowering women, especially in rural areas, through tourism opportunities can have a huge impact on entire families and communities. Ketut Permata knows that when women are empowered and they have access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities, everyone benefits. Research shows that societies thrive when women are involved in leadership and decision-making. And by promoting gender equality, Ketut Permata is paving the way for future generations of women to step into those leadership roles.
It's incredible to see how she's not just advocating for women's empowerment, but also showing how interconnected these issues are. Now, I know Ketut Permata comes from a background of pageantry with Putri Indonesia. How do you think that experience has shaped her as she competes in Miss Cosmo International?
Putri Indonesia is a huge platform, and it's known for empowering women and pushing them to use their voices. For Ketut Permata, that experience was foundational. It taught her the importance of using her platform, not just for herself, but for her community and for bigger causes. In many ways, her journey from Putri Indonesia to Miss Cosmo International is a continuation of that same mission. She's representing the strength and resilience of Indonesian women on the global stage, and she's carrying forward the legacy of empowerment that Putri Indonesia champions. Miss Cosmo International is giving her an even bigger stage to advocate for sustainable tourism, gender equality, and the preservation of culture, and she's seizing that opportunity.
It sounds like Ketut Permata is really making waves both within Indonesia and internationally. As a pageant lover, Calvin, what do you think makes her stand out from the other contestants this year?
What makes Ketut Permata stand out is her authenticity. She's not just talking about these causes because they're popular right now, she's genuinely passionate about them, and that shows. She's well-spoken, knowledgeable, and most importantly, she's driven to make a difference. That combination of beauty, intelligence, and purpose is what sets her apart. She's also using the pageant as a true platform for change. A lot of people see beauty pageants as superficial, but Ketut Permata is proving that they can be used to address serious issues and inspire global audiences. She's shifting the narrative of what it means to compete in a pageant, and that's something I really admire about her.
I love that. Ketut Permata really seems to be redefining what it means to be a beauty queen. Before we wrap up, Calvin, what do you think her participation in Miss Cosmo International means for Indonesia and for pageants in general?
I think it's incredibly significant. For Indonesia, Ketut Permata is putting the country on the map in a very positive way. She's showcasing the beauty of Indonesia's culture and environment while also highlighting its growing commitment to gender equality. It's a source of pride for Indonesians to see her representing these values on such a prestigious stage. For pageantry in general, Ketut Permata is an example of how beauty queens can be advocates, leaders, and change makers. She's proving that pageants aren't just about looking beautiful. They're about using your voice and your platform for something bigger. I think she's inspiring a lot of young women, not just in Indonesia, but around the world, to see themselves as capable of driving change.
That's such an inspiring takeaway, Calvin. Thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your insights on Ketut Permata's journey. It's clear that she's making a lasting impact, not just in the pageant world, but in the way we think about tourism and gender equality.
Thank you, bro. It was a pleasure to be here and talk about Ketut Permata's incredible work. I'm excited to see how far she'll go at Miss Cosmo International and beyond.
What an incredible episode. We hope you're feeling as inspired and energized as we are after diving into Ketut Permata's journey. If you believe in the power of beauty to drive change, don't just stop here. Stay connected with us. Follow at Pageant Studio on Instagram for exclusive content, updates, and live interactions. And for even more in-depth stories, behind-the-scenes access, and inspiring interviews, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pageant Studio. Hit that subscribe button, share this episode with your friends, and let's keep this conversation going. Remember, your voice can create waves. Be part of the movement. See you next time.